Okay, just 3 Whiskey Advent videos left. Today we got 13, 14, 15, and 16. Will any of these 3 be better than Wednesdays? We'll find out. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to open up what Flaviar has as a secret chest in the calendar, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so first up, number 13, this is an American blended. This is from the distillery known as Noble Oak. This is a rye whiskey. This is a... By the way, it has not stopped raining since last night. So you might hear sump pump. I apologize for that. I'm not going to try and space my talking between the sump pump. So this is finished in port wine casks. So that's going to be really cool. Going to have some nice high rye spices notes with this really should be deep sweetness that the port wine gives you. So let's look at the legs of this guy in the collar. I'm liking all these American whiskey colors. Seriously, like they look really nice. And this is probably going to be like a medium body. Just looking at the legs. And initial thoughts, a slight alcohol swab, maybe we'll just call that iodine, and maybe some mint. That was a little harsh on that first nose. There's my high rye spices, and I think a little bit of caramel. And I've also forgot to say no age statement, and this is 96 proof, 48% alcohol. So might be a little harsh on the tongue, but we'll find out. Yeah, so I'm going to say iodine, some mint, caramel, and high rye spices. Just, you know, standard rye, I think. Let's give it a sip. Man, a lot of these Americans are almondy. Ooh, that one kind of burned a little bit. Okay, that is actually like drinking a little bit like an alcohol swab. Very harsh on the mid-tongue, but the right when you have it in your mouth, the nice nuttiness hits you really well. But after you swallow, it's not as enjoyable. Let's try it again. There's some spicy with the pepper. I'm not getting any of the port wine influences on this, and that makes me sad because when I read port wine, matured in port wine, I am ready for some nice, deep, sweet notes like some chocolate, anything like that. And I have gotten none of that. This is a hot whiskey. Probably not going to, because I think at the end I want to do like my top 5 of this calendar. That probably won't hit my top 5. But Noble Oak Rye Whiskey, number 13. Okay, 14, another Japanese. This is the 3rd Japanese on the calendar, I think. This is the Akashi Blended Whiskey. This is a no-age statement whiskey. I think a lot of these on the calendar are no-age statements. It is 80 proof, 40% alcohol. This is finished in bourbon, shochu, I think I'm saying that correctly, and virgin oak casks. If you don't know what shochu is, it is basically just like a distilled spirit from like rice, sweet potatoes, or barley. And it's usually lower percent alcohol than whiskey. So, very interesting. I think we should be at... The last light-colored Japanese I had was that Kayo. Very citrusy. I'm hoping to get some of that on this one. So... Oh, forgot. This was $47. So, cheaper than the Kayo. There are some citrus pops there. Yep. It's basically like... You just crammed a bunch of like lemons, limes, and oranges right into like an oak barrel. That oak's coming in too. Because there's 2 types of oak barrels that they use for this. The bourbon and the virgin oak. And just fruity in general. So we got some... This is very, very fruity nose. I'm hoping that comes through with the palate. I've been let down with some of these noses lately once I transitioned to sipping. So let's give it that a try. Definitely 40%. Definitely very, very, very smooth. And definitely nice citrus pops on the back of my tongue once you swallow. But it's pretty muted right now. Let's do a second sip. I would say probably a little of like caramel corn on that second sip. Definitely citrus, caramel corn, a little bit of oak. But a lot of that is just a little bit of these things. It's not prevalent in any way. It's very pleasant to sip. It's just I can't grab a whole lot. And the finish actually is sitting. The finish is better than the palate for this one. So this was the Akashi blended Japanese whiskey. Oh, sorry. This 15 is actually Metallica's whiskey. This is called Blackened, if you know their song. They they collaborated with I think, a dead master distiller, Dave Pickerel, for this whiskey. This is a blended bourbon. This is a couple of blends of straight whiskeys. It is, again, no age statement. It is 90 proof, 45% alcohol. And I'm excited, but normally, like, celebrity whiskeys aren't great. But, I mean, they're not the ones distilling them. They talk to professionals, so hopefully this is good. I think this has won a couple of awards, so let's see. A lighter bourbon than I've seen, and some quick legs. We'll see what that mouth coating looks like, and let's give it a nose. Very caramelly, though, right on the front there. And then you get some honey, some spices, definitely some oak as well. Pretty standard straight bourbon, you know, this is a blend, but the caramel's coming through the most. I like that a lot. I'm hoping the palate is a little sweeter. I've been missing out on that. All right, Metallica, don't let me down. That is nice. It's definitely a lighter bodied whiskey, so it coats really quickly. That caramel swishes around really, really nice. Some peppery spices popping on my tongue a lot as well. And dare I say, a little bit of chocolate? I'm gonna do this again. This is the one I was waiting for when I read port casks, apparently. You know, and in fact, when you hold that in your mouth before you swallow, very, very light fruit note. Hard to pinpoint exactly. You know what? This is actually matured in black brandy casks. And I don't know a whole lot about black brandy casks, so I looked up some stuff, and that might actually be where this like light fruit note is coming from. I think that's going to be apricot. Right when you hold it in your mouth, before you swallow, that's where you get it from. Had to do 3 sips. Ooh, that sip was very, very sweet. This was good. So this isn't better than the Texas, but for celebrity whiskey, I think this is pretty good. So this was 15, Metallica's Blackened. Okay, number 16. This is another Indian single malt. So the second one on the calendar. This is from a distillery called Amrut, and I'm going to say this wrong, I apologize, but it's Amrut's Nadhal Indian single malt. So this is, again, no age statement. It is 92 proof, 46% alcohol. This is the most expensive one on the calendar so far. This is on Flaviar's website. This is $108. So, whew. Let's see what this thing is giving us. It kind of looks like one of the Highlands I have upstairs. Very light, very quick legs. Let's give it a nose, shall we? Well, that smells like an Isla, and you know how I like my Islas. I'm excited now. Very, very briny, and some peat. There is some peat in this. Wow, it's close. It's almost like I'm smelling the Kilchoman Sonic. That thing is a briny peat thing. I love that one. Maybe a little bit of underlying fruit, but this is maybe some... Oh. There is some, like, seaweed bacon in here, too. Oh, please be good. I can't wait to taste this. Let's try this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm drinking an Isla right now. So, already, okay, so number 16, this is my favorite on the calendar right now. This is literally... Dude. India... Make more of these peated single malts you guys are doing. This is really, really good. So, definitely peat. Definitely some, like, seaweed, bacony brine. It's a little meaty, like that Ardbeg I had, the Core of Reckon I had. I'm going to put a link up there to that review. Really good so far. Yeah, this is excellent. That finish is taking hold of the middle of my tongue, and it's just giving me more and more of this like peat brine. And those two mixing together is like really, really meaty. It's meaty. There's no other way I can describe this other than like meat, but maybe some like outdoory leather notes. It's fantastic. If you like Islays, this Indian single malt is right up your alley. It's right up my alley, and I love my Islays. I'm going to do another sip because this is really good. I can kind of tell why this is $108. It was immediately better than these three, and better than probably all of the ones I've had previously. Maybe the Texas can hold up to this one. That was $42, but this is very, very, very good. That finish is excellent. So far, the Amrut Indian Single Malt is my favorite on the calendar, and that was 16. All right, so that was 13, 14, 15, and 16. So, because this secret chest lies between 13 and 14, I wanted to do this on camera. So, this is their secret chest. Let's see what's inside. What is this? Oh, look at that! It's a Flaviar. It's like a nice little leather coaster. You can see some nice threading on that. Looks pretty well handmade. That's pretty nice. If you like these videos, give it a like. I would appreciate it if you subscribe if you haven't been already. Want to see some more videos? That's how you get some more if you subscribe. I got 2 more after this Advent Calendar videos, and we're going to go back to reviews and just whiskey stuff in general. And again, I do game on Saturdays at 7:30. Hope you guys have a good holiday, and see you next time.